Hello everyone, it's Tom here. Today I'm going to show you how to derive the quadratic formula. If you're new to this or you've seen it before and you didn't quite follow what's going on, this video is perfect for you. At the end of it, you should be able to understand completely how it works, and hopefully you should be able to derive the quadratic equation once again yourself without any help. Okay, so let's first of all write down a quadratic equation, a standard one. Okay, so we have x squared term, x term, and a, b, c are coefficients. Okay, so remember at the end of this, we would like to get to x is equal to something. So x on one side and the rest of it, in this case a, b, and c, all on the right hand side. Okay, so to do that, we want to isolate the x term. So we've got the a as the coefficient and we don't want that. So what we want to do is to divide the whole equation by a. So we have x squared plus b over a, x plus c over a is equal to 0. So now we have x squared term on its own. So we're working towards this. Okay, next we need to do something called complete the squares. Okay, now the reason why we want to do that is that, let's say for example, I am giving you this equation and I'd like to solve for x. It's quite simple, right? You can simply go, okay, square root on both sides, and then you solve for x by moving the 2 to the other side and you get the x. So by completing the square, applying this method here, we can do something similar to get to what we want there. Okay, so to do that, let me just quickly rewrite the equation. Okay, so we have x squared plus b over ax. Okay, and now I'm going to move the c over a to the right hand side. Okay, now in order for you to understand how completing the squares work, is that if I give you this expression x plus k all square, k being a constant, if we expand that, I'll go through it from scratch so you know what's going on. Okay, in order to expand this, so we go equal to x squared and then plus xk plus kx plus k squared. Okay, rewriting this, x squared, we've got xk and kx, they're the same. So 2kx plus k squared. Okay, now the reason why I'm doing this is that if you look at here, I've got the coefficient here for the x term is 2k and the constant term k squared. Okay, so if you compare to what's going on here, x squared, b over a is now the same as 2k. So if we go b over a is 2k, then what's k? K is b over 2a, right? Okay, and what does that make k squared? It's equal to b squared over 4a squared. Yeah, okay, so what we want to complete the square by adding k squared here, which is b squared over 4a squared. And what you do on the left hand side of the equation, you must do the same on the right hand side. So I will write the same here. So b squared over 4a squared. Okay, now I've added this. I can now simplify the left hand side into this format. Okay, so basically this can be rewritten to k, what's k? b over 2a, b over 2a all square. That's why we've done this, right? Is equal to b squared over 4a squared minus c over a. Great, okay, so we want to just make the right hand side look a little bit better. We want to make the denominator the same, so 4a squared. So the first term is just b squared minus, okay, so it was a before, so we've multiplied the denominator with 4a, so it's 4ac. Okay, now remember we want to get to this x equal to something, so on the left hand side we've got a all square here, so we want to get rid of that, so x plus b over 2a is equal to the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Now don't forget, when you take a square root of a number, b, a, c, they're all numbers, right? Coefficients. We need to make sure that we add a plus or minus, because minus 2 squared is equal to 4. 2 squared is also equal to 4. So when you say square root of 4, it can be either plus 2 or minus 2. Yeah? Okay, now rewriting this once again, because the denominator 4a squared, you can actually square root it to 2a, so we can simply write plus or minus b squared minus 4ac at the top and all over 2a. Okay, now finally we want to get rid of this term here so that we have x only on the left hand side. So we have x is equal to minus b over 2a plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This is looking more and more like the quadratic equation now, isn't it? Sorry, the formula now, isn't it? So the denominator is already the same, so all over 2a. At the top we have minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. This is your quadratic formula. I hope this makes sense to you. If you have any questions, please drop me a line. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.